Hello from Marrakesh, Gitex 2024. I'm here together with Andriy Zhylenko, CEO at PortaOne. Hello, Andriy. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hi.
Andriy, how does PortaOne help MVNOs to rebrand as business productivity providers, and what services support this shift?
And we see it not just with MVNOs, but with pretty much every telco operator. This division between telecoms and non-telecoms, it's blending away. Everything is software, and telecom operators, they have to embrace it. And somebody who will be just selling SIM cards or connectivity, they probably will be out of business. The idea is you have to sell value to the customers. And that could be a business productivity or something which you would sell to a business owner as a way to increase their sales or customer loyalty. Or it can be maybe some new service which will be delivered to a specific area like agriculture IoT. And we try to help them with a system which on our side can manage and monetize for any type of service, but also trying to build an ecosystem around that, because for somebody who is here in Morocco or in some other country, they're trying to come up with a new product, they don't have to create something from scratch. They can pick success stories, they can pick blueprints, and they can combine and create their own solution.
So we could call it a shift from commodities to new revenue streams.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So how does PortaOne's PortaSwitch integrate cloud PBX and CRM systems, and what benefits does it bring to business?
And that's our bread and butter, because for the last 20 years we've been providing two main products. One is telco BSS for charging, invoice, and service management, and the other one it's a VoIP system, for cloud PBX, for SIP trunking, for anything which is related to voice services. And now it all comes into play, because for somebody to sell a service to small or medium business, it's not their minute package. It's the ability to say, well, we're going to connect to your CRM, we're going to allow your agent to make calls effortlessly, we will allow you to have some AI transcription and analysis of the conversation so you can plan your next sale campaign better. And that's something which will be sold successfully and something which people would appreciate. And the idea is the packages and the exact configuration also may differ from region or even from in the same country from different business verticals. So instead of trying to have this one size fits all, which doesn't work, you can have a package for businesses which use HubSpot, package for businesses which use some locally produced CRM or some other packages. And from our side, we give the platform with APIs, which is fully open architecture, so it's easy to create something with a unique competitive advantages.
Okay, thank you. If you look at traditional PBX, so how does PortaOne's cloud PBX solution streamline the transition, and what are the advantages?
Well, if we walk a show like this, Gitex, it seems to be everything is in the cloud, everything's cloud PBX, but if you step outside, there's plenty of businesses which are still operate those traditional hardware PBXs, or some of those PBX systems from 10 years ago which just cannot provide the correct functionality. The challenge is to cut the slice of that pie, and the pie is big and there's a huge opportunity for people there. The challenge is the migration and providing the proper experience. And from that side, we help not just with a product, which is in the cloud, which is perfect, but with our professional services and also with the low-code tools to provide data migration integrations. We make the ladder so the telcos, they can bring those customers to the cloud PBX level they need these days to be successful.
Okay, thank you. So how is PortaOne leveraging from AI in their solutions, and how does AI impact, for example, your cloud PBX offerings, especially focusing on enterprise customers?
5 years ago, probably the question would be about blockchain, and so there's always some new hot technology, and in that technology there's always some hype, and there's always some real merit. So with AI, it's a lot of hype right now, but obviously you should see for yourself what can be used there. From our side, I see, of course, the main potential of AI. It's to facilitate the communication between real humans and data systems. Call transcriptions or automated assistants, something where we can really enabled communication. For instance, just recently we put in our cloud marketplace of value-added services, we put integration with Whisper from OpenAI, and we'll be adding more components which will help connections for the end users. And of course, we use extensively AI in our development and our engineering. It increases the productivity. For now, I've seen some rumors about the AI doing product design for a telecom operator. I'm a bit skeptical about that because in order to do it efficiently, it needs to have a sufficiently large, huge data set to make correct decisions. So for now, I think the most important decisions, they still will be made by humans, but then executing them, turning them into a working software system or a data workflow that can and that should be done with AI.
Okay, thank you. So we see at this show here a lot of SMEs and startups. So how does PortaOne's platform cater the needs of startups and SMEs? And would you say that you also can give them some features to support their growth?
We try to empower those smaller enterprises to be successful, and we do it in several ways. Well, first of all, we have our own accelerator program for startups. So if a company, they have an idea about some component for telecom services, they can come to us and we'll provide consultancy, we'll provide some credits on the cloud hosting, we'll provide our own systems. But most importantly, when they're done with the product, we have a cloud marketplace, which is available for all our customers. For instance, just last month, a company in Nigeria, they had an application for HubSpot dialing, for HubSpot CRM integration. In normal life, they would be able to sell to maybe a dozen of customers in Nigeria. Now they migrated to our Edelmart, value-added services marketplace, and now it's going to be available for all telcos in 90 different countries where we operate. So it immediately boosts the market for a good telecom application. And we strongly believe in the power of local innovation and local knowledge of business cases and environment. That's why, for instance, on the IoT side, and we spoke last time about this, we have a product called IoT Mill, and that's a rapid deployment kit for IoT services. So a startup for IoT in Africa, Latin America, anywhere, they can save a year on the go-to-market, and they can be more successful. And we also promote the idea that operators, instead of just standing idle and waiting for things to happen, they can follow our lead. They can have their own accelerator programs, because it's much better to attract those entrepreneurial companies early, make them part of the ecosystem, sell them connectivity service, sell them maybe some devices like IoT Mill, sell them edge computing, sell them something, and then their success will become a success for the operator.
Okay, thank you. So that's a quite unique approach with the accelerator program to support even startups and SMEs in their way to develop probably new services. Would you say that is fruitful for the ecosystem?
Of course, and I believe, although we do have globalization going on the unprecedented scale, but still, if you want to have a solution which fits specific customer well, it is better done by people who are local, who know their needs, who speak their language, and who can create something which would be truly fitting the customer profile.
All right, thank you. Last question, what future trends and innovations in telecom is PortaOne focusing on, and how will you or your offerings evolve to meet market demands?
Something which I see, and I think it's a good thing, it's with the cloud, with the proliferation of API, there's a possibility for operators, or for any companies, when they build their system, when they build a backbone system, they can actually, instead of trying to do an RFP, and usually in an RFP you kind of want to have one company accept all the responsibility for everything, which then put you in a dependency, because they control all of your important systems. They can do anything they want with you, and there are many operators who've been burned by that. So now there is no need for that, and there is a movement of choosing the best of breed components for specific tasks and carrying out the integration of data pipelines also locally with no-code, low-code tools, with AI. So it really means somebody who wants or launch a new service. Instead of like trying to go and find the perfect system which would already have its service and then to kind of like brand it in your colors and sell it, which is usually doesn't work well, they can innovate and they can create something which makes sense for them. And we're trying to help them there with open systems, with our marketplace. The idea is that you can have this collaboration of independent software vendors from around the world, and some cool application developed in country A then can be used by operators in all other countries.
Okay, so quite exciting times ahead, I would say.
I hope so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. That was Tech Africa News from Gitex 2024 here in Marrakesh. You can find more on techafricanews.com.